Congress and the Senate, the executive branch. Oh, they're somebody with their status and all this crap. They're our employees. We're their masters. Let's get the paradigm straight here. That's the only legitimate government is you and me. It's we the people. This idiot Epstein, I don't have much to say about this clown. I don't. I think in Judaism, I don't know how he was taught, but I think that's a Jewish name if I'm not mistaken. But listen, they got the bat mitzvah, the bar mitzvah, whatever. What age do they start? When 12, 13, 14, the girl when they make, have their period, whatever. So it can happen pretty young. The ladies mature physically sooner than the guys. Men with their hang up for the virgin. We all know. I mean, it's common knowledge that men are a little when it comes to these things. But it's not necessarily with him. I can't speak what he did. I mean, if he is, this sex slavery and all, hey man, you know what? I mean, you deserve to be going to jail for that kind of stuff for sure. Pedophilia, laying your hands on an underage girl. We've got American laws. Okay, you can't do that. Unless you're marrying. I mean, there's some states where the laws are as low as 15, I've heard, if you're getting married. But hey, you're going to face a lot of consternation if you're a full-grown man trying to hook up with a 15-year-old, okay? So it's just not going to fly. And you're stupid as all hell. You might have, many millions or, I don't know, billions of dollars, whatever, but that doesn't make you smart. And you're stupid to have fallen into a trap like this. And, all I can tell you, man, is you got to leave the kids alone. And society doesn't tolerate pedophilia. And you can't do this. It's a statutory thing. You got to, watch your step, buddy. And, you're finding out that, we got to leave the kids alone. Their brains aren't developed. Even though a girl's body might be developed at that, as a young woman, teenager, her mind is not. So you can't do that. So that's all I got to say about that. I had 3 beers at this wedding over the course of 6 hours, and a great dinner, salmon dinner. They also had roast beef for the beef eaters out there, the cow eaters. But that was the first beers I had since Thanksgiving. So much as I romance the idea of having a social drink, on a date or something like that, I'm not a drinker. I'm not into drugs and alcohol. The best high you can ever have is the natural high, the God-given high, that all these natural drugs God put in our body and in our brain that we can all enjoy on a daily basis. And the greatest drug is just having an attitude of gratitude, being grateful. I mean, remember, any blessings you miss throughout the day, even seemingly little ones, are, blessings not counted are blessings missed. So just remember throughout the day, all those little things that God's helping you with, to cope with. Anytime you call to God, say, God, help me. I mean, you help me get through this day. Help me get through this hour. Help me get through this next 5 minutes, whatever the case may be. And he's there for you. He helps you get projects done. Do you pat yourself on the back and you say, thank you, God, for giving me a brain, help me to do that? People marvel. They go, wow, that guy can do this. That guy can do that. Hey, who gives a crap? I mean, to what avail, what profit is it to, pat yourself on the back and, you boost your ego and your vanity level and your conceit level? It's stuff's for the birds, man. Always acknowledge God. Always thank God. Bless God and thank him. And, that feels good. That feels right. Having that close relationship and understanding. I mean, everything, you feel a cool breeze come on and the relief from the heat, and, just any little good thing. There's so many good things. He takes care of you for a meal, for a drink of cold water. For there's just blessings day in and day out if we're paying attention and counting them. We can go through life either grateful or ungrateful. And that's why, because, Lauren didn't go with me to the wedding, I'm not sitting on my pity pot. I can't, there's a temptation. I say, hey, I'm this and that, and the next thing. And I want to pout and I want to rebel and revolt, as a individual and in my own little personal way, in my own little pity pot. And I say, you know what? That's for the birds. I'm not going there. I'm going to rejoice and be glad today. My life is much better. I've got a very good life. It's gotten much better and orderly since I've been in love. And let's leave it at that. I mean, and you too can have the same thing. Your life can get better. Seek to be in love. Okay? And you know, keep looking. And when that right person you connect, you'll feel like I did, where it's like an irresistible urge, where it's like a magnet. All of a sudden, it's like you zero in. And this is the one that I know for sure. That girl or that guy, I could go through eternity with. I could be very happy with this person, and I'm certain, without even having met them, you can know it. Okay, and then you take it from there. But that's how it is for me, and that's my values, and that's why I talk about these things. Being in love is essential to getting it together, and there's growing pains. Okay, all kinds of feelings come up, and but you will see your life get better and more orderly, more organized, cleaner, just all around better. And that's how my life is. So I'm not throwing that away. I'm keeping it. So even if my love remains unrequited, she never gives me a date, my life has gotten better and it's staying better. I'm not giving that away to sit on my pity pot. So I just wanted to put that out there, my friends. It's just all about values. And I have learned of all the values in this world, okay, that is the greatest one. That is the one I want more than anything else. That's more than I want to accomplish or achieve anything else in my life. I just want a beloved. I want somebody that will commit themselves to me, that will love me, love, honor, and cherish me, respect me, and somebody I can love, honor, cherish, and respect. And then I know I'm whole. And then I can have peace of mind and I can be free. And even though I'm stuck physically on this ship of fools that's careening to destruction, in my heart, mind, and spirit, soul, and my essence, I can jump off that ship and still feel like I've arrived, man. I found it all. I found what really God wanted me to find is wholeness, because that's what God's all about. He created us male and female because he enjoys being male and female. God is male and female. The Almighty Creator God, that one God, this monotheistic God, turns out to be male and female, the perfect combination thereof. And that is the way, the path to happiness. If we don't have it, we must seek it. A beloved. Never settle. Don't just say, well, I'm just going to find the first cute girl, that'll date me, or guy, whatever. And no, because you're not going to be content in the long run. You've got to find something you feel you can give 100% to, really commit yourself to. Okay, this is the whole, why buy the cow if the milk is free thing. I mean, people think of that as applying to just women, but as a man, I'm that kind of guy. It applies to me, and I like to be that kind of man. I'm not going to get any STDs out there. I'm not the guy visiting the brothels in Carson City, Nevada. Okay, I'm not that guy, and I'm glad to say I'm not that guy. I like not being that guy. I'm not giving the milk away, okay, without a commitment. It has nothing to do with money, because that would be this, well, the guy's got to buy the cow, but he's got to pay for the woman. I mean, no, it means a commitment. You've got to be willing to give your all, 100%. This is where holy matrimony comes in, marriage. Say, this is what I'm not going to date you with the idea of getting laid. I don't care about that, small potatoes compared to what I really want. I just want to have and to hold. You understand? I want to be married to you. I'm sure that I could be happy with you, unless there's anything really weird about you that comes out on the first date. Okay, which elitism is a real turnoff. If I find out that Lauren was somehow a hypocrite, that she was somehow an elitist that wanted to live her life by a double standard, that wanted one thing for herself and her family that she wasn't willing to share with everybody else on the face of the earth and their family, and then it's a turnoff, man, and it's not going to work. So, that's all I'm asking, Lauren, one date. And if I find out you're creepy, you find out I'm creepy, then, we'll leave it at that. But anyhow, I keep getting diverted back into talking about her, because I am still very much smitten by this girl. I love her very much. I cannot find a flaw in her. She's perfect. And to think that I've already met her brother, it's such a beautiful thing. And he's such a sweet guy. And I do hope he heals up and he gets better and he listens to more than one expert about what he's going through. Because even though you think you're struggling with life and death situation, brother, look what happened to Alex Trebek. Okay, and he might have pulled out of this pancreatic cancer, this what they said he was in stage 4 or something, with a plate of scrambled eggs, my friend. Do you understand how simple it could be? I mean, this is stuff my dad taught me a long time ago. The doctors, plural, told my dad in his 30s he'd be dead within 5 years because he contracted multiple sclerosis. My dad attributed to contracting multiple sclerosis to having been brought up on hot dogs and Coca-Cola. And that actually, from what I know about nutrition, that sounds about right, that it would do something very damaging to your overall constitution, your system, and at the core, your spine and your brain is at the core of your system, and that's what it affected. Because physically, he came out very well. He's 6'2". Most of his life, he hovered around 200 pounds. Very well built, strong guy. Very smart too. So, but he did have this mood swing thing going on where he was in a lot of pain, and it was like in his very spinal column, apparently, with his multiple sclerosis. But he got into nutrition. He started listening to different experts, and he realized that the body is like a machine, and that there's certain foods you can introduce to your body that are very medicinal, that can heal your machine. And I know that cayenne pepper is one of those foods. I know that oil of oregano is one of those foods. You get the finest stuff. You order the oil of oregano online and get the finest product, organic, with 80% carvacrol, which is a known chemical. So these are drugs. These are literally food drugs, is what they are. The cayenne pepper has capsaicin. It's a painkiller. So you understand, if you've got cancer of any type, you need to save that pain. Whatever the disease you have, you're going through, man. I mean, there's fixes to this. So I'm just saying, prayer is the best thing. It's like my car breaking down. I prayed hard with all my might because I didn't want my car to break down. And, I wung it, even though my faith was small. I mean, this is stupid. Why am I praying to God to fix my car, to send an angel to fix it on the fly? It seems stupid, but with that little bit of faith. So where did it lead? So when I ended up pulling over, I still, lacked faith. I threw it out there, and I opened the hood, and I checked my battery connections, and they weren't very loose, but they were loose enough to where if I tighten them, and I fix the problem. And it's just like that. I mean, doctors can tell you that you're on death's door and your straits are dire, but you can turn it around because it just took a little tweaking. It's just like your car. It's running bad. The mechanics, oh, well, you got to change out your fuel injector. You go buy a can of chem tool, the carburetor, fuel injector cleaner stuff, combustion chamber cleaner. Pour that in your gas. Next thing you know, your problem is fixed. So your body is just like that. So, there's like lemons, drinking a big glass of lemon juice with water, doing fasts and doing greens and, your spinach and your celery and all the vegetables out there. These are very medicinal in your body, like putting fuel injector cleaner in your body. There's things you can do that will heal, internally heal. So it's just like, you might put hydrogen peroxide on a cut that helps it heal because it kills the bacteria that's keeping it infected, preventing it from healing. But these are foods you put inside your body that heal it. So heal your guts, sweep your guts and all that kind of stuff and everything else, all your organs. Just think of it like that. Doing a lot of water is very purging and cleansing. But there's all kinds of things you can do. And, I've just named a few foods out there off the top of my head. Apple cider vinegar with the mother, which is unfiltered apple cider vinegar, organic apple cider vinegar. You can buy it at the grocery store for $4 a pint. It'll help reset your pH, your potential hydrogen. And pH is the cause of all the diseases, basically. So it's very important to have, adjust your pH, and that's what the organic apple cider vinegar will help do. And you could just take a shot glass of that stuff. You might want to brush your teeth afterwards because it'll eat up your teeth, put them on edge at least. But there's simple things you could do. But I've named a few foods right now, and it's just very important. It's very important that people also know you need good fat and good cholesterol in your body. That's why I don't prescribe at all to veganism. I don't not only not recommend veganism, but I highly recommend people get away from such thinking. You need fats. You need good fats in your body. You need good cholesterol in your body. Your brain is mostly made up of these kind of things, these substances. So definitely eat it. Eat good fat and cholesterol. Your olive oil, your avocados, your eggs, your healthy cheeses, the hard cheeses, like the extra sharp cheddar cheese.